Cruising down the street, night black is tall. Don't know why I feel so comfy in this stolen car. When my man shot the owner in the throat and the arm. My near future is more, nigga freedom is far. All I can see is the bars. Picture life in the yard. Cause I ain't used to bitches, I only hung with the guards. Oh shit, they shine in the light in the car. Hit the corner, nigga, make the right at the bar. Stitch, the murder weapon still in the car. What, nigga? I guess we was done from the start.
Cruising down the street, trying to dodge these lights. Swear I'm not trying to get locked up tonight. Can't believe the events that may occur. All I can think about is prison city and her.
Alright, here we all live again. Stitches, Prison City and her.
Danger here.
As always, best host in the world. And we here with
Shirley Perkins.
Where'd you do your time at?
I did my time in Clinton prison. Clinton for women. At the man's facility for women.
How much time did you do?
Yeah.
I went down with a bid, 15 years. I took a plea, 15. I went down for homicide. I did my 15 standing on my head because parole wouldn't let me come home. Parole couldn't prove that I was a gang member. They kept saying I was the blood, I was in a gang. They couldn't prove that. When I went up with the two white guys, they kept knocking me down for parole. I was hoping to see my mother live at the age of 80. When I went down Clinton in 2005, I've been down Clinton 3 times. First time I went down Clinton in 1991 for robbery. I went down Clinton again in 1997 for marijuana. I did a year and came on home. My last bid was 15 years and it was hard, it was rough. I struggled to get where I had to go. I wasn't scared. When I went to reception, they put me in the Max building, Max Security in North Hall. I stayed there for about a year and a half. I went to Trenton. I did in Trenton, as said, I did 5 years. Trenton, as said, they beat you to death, the officers. They was beating the inmates. Wow. They was coming in there. They had lawsuits against Trenton. They videotaped them outside. They was rioting. They had a picket. They was trying to get us out of Trenton.
You still got women down there now?
No, they don't have women down Trenton now. They closed it up because they trying to move it somewhere else. So in Clinton, they try to open up space. They don't have enough room for assay in Clinton prison.
Okay.
And at the man's, they still don't have enough room. But when I got down there, March, I didn't know how to adjust. I fought, I fight, because the women took whatever they wanted to take from you.
Wow.
So I fought my way until I learned how to adjust to the system.
Okay.
I wasn't what you call bad. You had to come for me to get it.
Okay.
The captain, the lieutenant, the sergeants, they understood where I was coming from. I stayed out of their way. I respected them to the highest. And all I tell the inmates, please don't come for me. Please don't come for me. I'm not what y'all want. So they got adjusted to me. Before they stopped cigarettes, they had stopped cigarettes in the system.
You can't smoke down Clinton?
You can't smoke down Clinton now because they stopped everybody, all institutions from smoking.
Wow. How did
Even
that
the
go?
men
No
prison.
idea. How did that go?
Even the men prison, everybody stopped smoking.
Okay.
Okay, before I got down there, I was in the Green Monster. I was in Essex County.
Okay.
I did 3.5, almost 4 years in Essex County before I went down. I went down 2005 as I speak. But Clinton, it's corrupt. the sergeants, the lieutenants, the captains. Some of them was fair, but most of them was crooked. They knew that they officers was wrong. Until you prove it, that's the only way they would have went after their officer.
You had to prove it wrong.
You had to prove that they was wrong.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And
of course, you have no way to
how are you gonna do it?
You have some of your officers. Some of your officers, they knew that their officers was wrong, but they had to roll with their officers.
Right.
Me, I did 15 years standing on my head.
Okay.
And I say again, I struggled in Clinton prison to get home. I came home 2016.
When you came home, what did they do for you? Like, what services did they offer you?
Social services, they come to you before you come home, like a month later. And they ask you questions like, do you have anywhere to go? Do you have any family? We have places that we can set you up with. Don't none of that be true.
None of it.
When you could do all your time, 30 or 25 years, and come home to the streets and live in this Penn Station, that's nothing that Trenton did for you, social services. They only do that to make their job look good.
Right.
But when you hit them streets from doing 30 years or 35 years, it's nothing to offer you. That's where your mentality coming at. Your mental. You be messed up because you have nowhere to go, no place to go. You live on the streets. You living on the streets. When you come home from Aetna Man facility for women, you on the streets.
Did you have anybody like a support system to help you when you came home?
When I came home and my mother left me and I went to her funeral and I paid $785 to go to that funeral. When I came home, it was a struggle for me, but I made it.
How long was you home before she passed?
My mother passed 2015. I came home 2016, July the 31st. And it was a struggle for me. It was a real struggle for me, but I made it. It wasn't nothing for me because my mother was with me. God was with me. It wasn't nothing for me to get because I know what I wanted to get. I knew what my goals was to get for me.
Okay.
It was all about, in society, it's all about leaving everything else, people, places, and things alone.
Absolutely.
Focus on you. And my mother was always in my ear. Focus on you, Shirley, because you can do it. And I did it. I did it. Everything I wanted, I don't want for nothing.
Okay.
I did it on my own. The system didn't give me nothing when I came home. I went to all these places downtown. When I came home, I was in Kentai.
Okay. So
Kentai didn't offer me nothing. They offer you soap, bus cards, lotion, cosmetics. That's it. That's it. They help you get your ID. They help you get your bus card. They help you get all the information like your birth certificate. They send you to places. But other than that, if you don't keep going and going, you don't get nothing because the system don't help you. They did not help you when you. They don't help you. Point blank.
Do they help you at all while you're in it? Do they come and do they counsel you to are they involved in anything?
Like they didn't offer you like housing, like when you get out you go to this place for housing, like
or anything?
What I'm trying to say is when the social services come to you and you go to them and you tell them that you need a place to stay, they reaches out to certain places, but that don't mean when you leave there and you go to the places that you're going to have somewhere to stay.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
They don't have by the time you get there, you don't have no bed, you don't have nowhere to eat. Doing 40 and 35 years and nowhere to go. Do you know what it feels like to be out in the street?
I can't imagine.
And me?
It make you want to commit another crime, I'm sure.
Right.
Like at least you know you could have somewhere to stay and eat and
Me, myself, you don't tell me what to do. I'm here to listen to you. If it's wrong, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So they backed up off of me. It's plenty of times that officers came for me because of my sexuality. They came for me. And you know what I did? I walked away. They call me all kinds of names, the officers, the men officers. But just like I told them, you go home every day. Y'all come here and y'all get involved with these inmates. And that's something that's going to eat your conscience up. I tell them all. Every last officer that I was cool with, I stayed out of their way. You know why? Because I respected them. Whatever they wanted to do, that was on the system to catch them.
Right.
That wasn't for me to go up to them and tell on them.
Right.
I don't do things like that. You understand? I stay in my lane. If ain't nothing going on with me, I mind my business. At the end of the day, you have to come for me to get what you're going to get from me.
Right.
I'll tell the system that, and I'll tell the inmates that.
Do you think prison rehabilitated you?
Prison didn't do nothing for me.
Okay.
I came out, I knew what I had to do, and I did what I had to do to get me by. So they didn't do anything for me.
In the beginning, you said that you did those 15 in your head, so there was never a time when you was locked up that you felt like, I can't jail no more?
No. I did my 15 years with a feeling. After my mother passed away, they put me on suicide watch because I needed to go. The Lieutenant Anderson said, Perk, what's up? He came to my cell, 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, I can't take it. I got to go. All that loud noise and kicking on the doors and flooding up the place, I couldn't take it no more. He said, bust Perkins' door. I went on suicide watch 2 times because I needed to go there. I needed to know who I wanted to be when I got out there because my best friend, my mother, was gone. So I needed to know. I knew my kids would be there for me, but it's nothing like your mother. My mother was hoping that they turned me loose. Every time I went in front of them people, parole, them 2 guys, they knocked me back down. So all I'm saying to you all is, Clinton ain't no place to go. I tell anybody that Clinton ain't no place to go. Everything's changing now. You know, they getting stricter and stricter by the day. Because these young kids going down there thinking they can do what they want to do. Trenton got something for you. Clinton got something for you. Facility for women. So all I'm saying to you is, before you even think about shooting a gun, selling drugs, it's no place to go when you get down to Clinton. Because they're making it rougher and harder for you. Everything done changed. I wouldn't want to go back down there. But when I was down there, I must say, I got through. I'm not racist. I had it. Black, white, Chinese, I had it all. No lie. And they knew I had it all. Okay. I did my thing. Okay. To get through and to make my money, I did it. Okay. And they know that I did it. You understand? Besides my mother making ends meet for me and made sure I had before she passed away, I had it. I had it after she left and I had it before she left. So all I'm saying to you all is it's a struggle. The officers set you up. If they don't like you, they always set you up. If an officer don't think that they like you and they ask you a question and you don't answer it, you're gone. An officer will set you up in a minute. This is what I'm saying to the system. Y'all always talking about y'all believe your officers over this and that. Did you believe your officers when they were sexing on women? When them women was getting cigarettes coming to me, when the officers was giving me a pack of cigarettes to close my mouth so I wouldn't tell, did y'all believe it then? No, y'all did not. Y'all did not believe when them inmates said they had sex with your officers. Y'all didn't believe it. But it wasn't for me to tell it because the officers was okay with me. Right. So therefore, I stayed in my lane. This is all I'm saying to you all. Right now, they making it stricter because they know the officers is getting a penis sucked. Right?
That's what they're supposed to be doing.
They know that in that freezer, everything go down on ground. On ground.
It goes down in the freezer. Right?
Yes, everything goes down. That is not my business. If I stayed in my lane and the officers knew that I knew, they respect the game.
What?
Don't come for me and I don't come for you. What? Some of your sergeants and your lieutenants, they watch me have sex. Yes, they did.
They're like, well, you let me have sex, I'm gonna let you have sex.
On third
too.
shift,
Okay.
they watched me have sex.
Wow.
They would stand there and don't write a charge. And you know what I did? I kept going. I kept doing what I do best.
Okay.
Sergeant, Lieutenant, you know what it was.
And you heard this first.
You know, they know what it is.
See, hold on, this is the truth because
I'm not gonna go on and on and on about these sergeants and these officers.
God bless you, please.
Reaching out to them. And some of they, I feel they pain. But right is right and wrong is wrong. You came to do a job. You didn't come to have a relationship, a commitment with an inmate.
They don't have choice. We don't have choice. When you're in there,
Yes.
you don't got a choice. Right?
Yes.
this or nothing.
Yes.
Yes.
Or another one of me, but worse.
But with me, I'm not spiteful. I wasn't spiteful. I loved everybody for who they were. I didn't judge nobody, and don't judge me. Most of the officers, they tried to judge me. They came for me, but you didn't win. I didn't give a damn about pulling my pants down, telling the officers to kiss my ass. That's what I did.
Both cheeks.
That's what I did with my boy, with my dick on. We make boys. These girls make dildos in prison out of sanitary pads.
Wait.
We make them out and we go to the hospital. You get the tape. Somebody work in the hospital, they steal the white tape and they bring it to us. And we make the boys out of their tape. Whatever they got in the hospital, you can make a boy, a dildo. So that's what most of the girls do.
Boy, I like that.
They make it.
Okay.
And the sanitary pads. We can buy the sanitary pads off a commissary. The ace bands had to come from the hospital. So you go there and complain, they give you an ace band. Other than that, you know, most of the officers.
How do you make it hard? Never known that.
You make it hard out of the sanitary pads.
Okay, it's like
So it's like stuffed?
Yes, it's like stuff. You stuff it and you wrap it.
Okay.
And it's on. and that's the way we made ourselves happy.
Listen, I want to say, listen, you gotta find it.
Now,
It's not
Y'all
gonna
find a way
I don't know how the
everything,
hell.
bro. That's dope.
all I'm saying to you is, Clinton, you can't beat the system. You got to join them.
I see.
So win a draw, you have to join them. So that's what I did. I played my position. If I know what an officer do, and I know they was wrong, you can't tell nobody, because if you tell somebody in the system, they're gonna go tell the next officer that I told. So why tell them?
Right.
It wasn't no need to tell them,
It's not gonna work.
because they would have got all the way around in the system that I told. So why tell them? So therefore, everything comes out at the end. Everything gonna come out. Everything gonna come to the light.
Right.
Me myself, when I came back from ASA, I came down I came down in 2005 in March. I went to ASA in Trenton. I did 5 years
Damn. In a one-room cell?
in a one-room cell, and I loved it.
I'm sure you know.
And you ain't gotta worry about the inmate. You ain't gotta worry about somebody selling you out. You ain't gotta worry about fighting. You ain't gotta worry about none of that. If you wanted to sell some of your commissary, you know who picks it up for you?
Who?
The officers.
Wow.
The officers.
That sounds safe.
They let you pick up and deliver. Because we had a porthole that we had to give the commissary to the inmate. Now, when we come out the showers, we can drop the commissary off at their door. So when they come out to take a shower, they picks it up. So therefore, that's the way they tell us that we have to move sometime. But other than that, when ass say, you can fight out in the yard, like me. I fought out in the yard. An inmate hit me.
I would say, what's some of the things?
An inmate hit me in acid in the yard.
Okay.
We worked out. And don't you know, by me saying that the officer was asleep when she hit me, they let me wear that charge and let her walk.
Because you said the officer was asleep?
Was asleep.
So basically they punished you for
They
telling
punished me for telling on the officer that he was asleep, that he didn't see that fight.
Well, if you get punished for saying someone
So,
was asleep,
and
I
she
can
walked.
imagine the punishment.
She hit me and I said, run the camera back. If you all would have ran that camera back and saw who threw that first punch, then you would have locked her. Y'all didn't do that. You all went and told the officer in Trenton that I said that he was asleep. And I did that time, and Ass said, standing on my head, more times.
So because of that, they gave you 5 years?
No. I went down from Clinton and did 5 years.
Okay, why they send you from Clinton to Trenton?
From Clinton, they sent me there. I must say, they sent me there for, if it wasn't fighting, they didn't catch a fight. But it was always something with an officer saying that I destroyed the property, tearing up the property. It wasn't never that they caught me really into a fight.
Okay.
I didn't fight in public. That wasn't my thing. If we want to get in there, we're going to get in there in the bathroom. We're going to get in there in your queue, and I'm going to have somebody watching out for me. So the fighting thing wasn't my thing there, because they never saw me fight. I fought, but you never saw it. And if what I couldn't do, I had somebody else to do. That's just me. I wasn't spiteful. I didn't hate on nobody. I didn't judge nobody. All I did was sit back and I watch and I observe.
Was there a lot of, was there girls doing drugs down? Did they have a lot of drugs down?
They had a lot of drugs coming in through visitors. When visitors come, they bring the drugs. I didn't do drugs. That's not my thing. I'm at home and I don't do drugs. That's not my thing. You can see that.
Yeah.
I don't mess with drugs. I don't knock nobody. I don't judge nobody. Everybody will be judged on Judgment Day.
Yep.
So therefore when I came back from Trenton, Beth Smallwood, I came back from Trenton. We got searched, but I came through with 27 bottles of mint oil to sell in Clinton.
Okay.
I brought it back, 27 bottles.
How did you get it in?
I got it in through my vagina.
Okay.
Now listen to this.
27 bottles?
I had 27 bottles. When the officer that checked you in Clinton, in the hospital, if they don't check you properly, you still gonna get it through.
Okay.
So therefore, if I know an officer and they know I'm dirty, they won't check me. I'll let an officer know that I'm cool with them, dirty. So I didn't get checked. Most of my stuff I got through. I let Beth take some of my bottles to South Hall. I gave her lease, she brought back, she kept 7 out of 15. I brought back 27 bottles. I took some with me to North Hall, where I was staying at. I met her at medication. She told me that she got shut down. I gave her 15, she brought me back 7 bottles. She kept 7. So I said, Beth, where's my bottles at? Oh, the officer shut us down and they took them. I knew that was a lie. I knew in my head that I was going to get Beth. When she took my oil bottles that I brought into, to the institution, she said she got robbed, or the officers took them. They ramshacked that room and they took my bottles. I knew that was a lie. So I said to myself, I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her, because she always asking me for snacks. Can you bring me a cake? Can you give me some cookies? Can you do this? Can you make me a cake? So this is what I did. One special day, it was me and Petey. Hold it.
Okay.
You could talk. She's nice, tall, dark skinned.
Okay.
She wear nice clothes. She's from North with me. Me and Lexus. She's down there now.
Okay.
She's down there. She used to work with Tawana. Lexus was down there sitting at the table. Beth came. I brought her a cake from North Hall. This is how I made that cake. I went in my room after she beat me for them 7 bottles. For each bottle, I get $20 or $40 off one oil bottle.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I can get close to $40 for one mint oil bottle. My oil bottles was tall. I said, Beth, where my bottles at? Oh, the officers came in and ransacked my room and took them. I said, okay, Beth, so how you going to pay me? She was already owing me because she was coming to my store. Okay, I said, okay. She said, can you make me a cake? Can you give me something sweet? I said, I got you, Beth, don't worry about it. I made that cake.
What was,
I made that cake on a Saturday.
Okay.
I went in my room, I shit it in a cup. Took the shit, beat it up with M&M's, honey buns,
Oh my God.
butter. That cake didn't smell. But after I finished whipping that cake up with M&M's, butters, and honey buns, you didn't get no smell out of that cake.
That is.
And you,
crazy.
one thing, it might be gross, but like I said, I'm not spiteful, I'm vicious. When you think you would take from me,
Seriously.
and I needed my money for one oil bottle in Clinton, it goes for $20 up to $40. You can get one bottle of oil off from Acid. That's why most of these girls went to Acid, because the men, they'll come down from doing their salat and we get oils. I stayed there because I knew most of the men from North. So they would send me down. Anytime I needed something, the men sent me down because I knew them. So I met Beth on the medication line. I said, that's okay. I said, what you say? 7 bottles got taken? Okay, I got you. Her and Hanifa. Hanifa's still down there for robbing a lady from Patterson for $20. I knew the lady's niece, Chanel. I know Chanel. Hanifa and Beth took my oils and they split it. I told both of them, I got something for you. Remember that. I got something for y'all. Beth came in the kitchen, because we have to go to the kitchen to eat.
Okay.
The inmates have to go to the kitchen to eat.
Okay.
Petey on one side, I'm on the other side. Alexis and Beth on the other side. They sat by each other. I said to Alexis, don't eat that cake. I said, Alexis, don't eat that cake,
God
Alexis.
bless you.
Right?
I know Alexis. I'm telling her right now, I'm warning you.
Yeah. Beth ate a piece of that cake, and she kissed me on my cheek and said it was good. Now, when she started hearing rumors, she took her to the captain and lieutenant. They came to see me in North Hall and asked me, was it true? I said, well, what you talking about? I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to say I did it. Even if I said I did it, you can't prove it in her system that it's in there. You're not going to prove that feces is in your system. Never would anybody do that. You're not going to tell, well, feces went down in a cake in your system to charge me for that.
Right.
Beth kissed me on my cheek and told me, oh, boo, this cake tastes so good. I looked at her. You will never beat nobody again in life. I needed my money. I came back with them oils so I could make money to fill up my trunk. When you come back from Clinton, you don't bring half of the stuff that you had there. You cannot bring back. You have to leave it.
Yeah, so
you got to start all over again when you get to Clinton. So I brought all them bottles back, knowing that I was gonna make my money. Her and Hanifa beat me. I caught Hanifa coming from medication. I kicked her in her back. I kicked the shit out of Hanifa and told her, how you gonna act?
It's okay, y'all. This is real life.
Yeah, right.
Reality.
Yeah, this is reality, right? Matter of fact, who's calling me right now? Lisa Robinson. Lisa Robinson from Clinton.
Yeah. No, she called me to answer that
Yes.
call. Please answer that call.
You gotta ask you. You
Yeah,
gotta
answer
answer
the call.
Procedures or to block future calls. Thank you for using
We got the exclusive, y'all.
That's crazy. Hello, Lisa. They recording me right now, baby, as we speak. 2 ladies recording me. I said 2 ladies are recording me as we speak, me and you. They said to me, answer that call, because I'm supposed to have my phone off. I'm speaking about Clinton, baby.
Alright, let me, go ahead, do you gotta do. I'll call you back.
All right, make sure you call back, sweetheart. It took you a long time to call back this time.
Alright.
Yeah, okay. Later. I love you too. All right, baby.
That was a voice from behind the wall.
That was a voice from behind the wall.
Next time we gonna talk to her for real. We gotta talk to
Yes, you need to talk to Lisa Robinson too.
Wow.
Because everybody has a story to tell about Clinton.
Absolutely.